Well, hello everybody. This is going to be the first installment of the weekly mashup. I think that's the name I'm going to settle on. I'm currently getting Mr. Heckner into the party, and it looks like we are none. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm glad we could finally get together to get this rolling. I'm actually pretty excited for it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be honest. I did not expect extra innings today from the Brewers. I thought we would go out and get just our butts handed to us by the Astros.
Yeah, actually, what was the outcome of the game? I know it did go next inning, and I saw the home run by Springer. I think it was the 10th off of
3-2.
3-2. Okay.
We had 2 on in the 10th. And it was up to Christian Yelich, and unfortunately he struck out.
Well, I mean, he did save them in the 9th, so he can't do it all the time.
Yeah,
but.
exactly.
All right. So let's get you into this game. All right.
Hurricane.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just
all right, so you know the basic premise of this is as we've talked about now is basically just kind of preview the matchup and talk about Bears, Packers, and everything that kind of goes into all of that in this week, and maybe some of the offseason stuff for the Bears. We can talk about some of the offseason stuff for the Packers. But overall, I think it's just supposed to be a lot of fun, and I think that's my ultimate goal here. So, you know, because I know Madden can be pretty enraging sometimes. But anyway, so you know, just to kind of get started before we do get into the game, you know, if you want to tell the people about yourself.
So actually, growing up, I was actually a big Rams fan, and then I felt pretty disillusioned when they left me from St. Louis to LA, and I was living with my now wife's family. We're all a bunch of Bear fans, so I got really acclimated with pretty bad Bears team, and you gotta love the lovable losers who now apparently have a new GM who figured out how to build a team. So I'm looking forward to a season with hope rather than just watching another season of football.
I think a lot of Packer fans could probably speak similarly to that. Last year was rather frustrating between the week 1 fiasco with Rodgers going down in the first half and then coming back in the second half and just all that nonsense. And then the rest of the year was just rather disappointing from that point forward. And the Packers had their highest draft pick in years, and I just think that this year Packer fans are looking for a really big step forward. Even though I know that we should probably temper expectations because Matt LaFleur is in his first year. So I think both teams are going to be really highly thought of going into the year. I mean, there's even Super Bowl talk, as always, around the Packers right now. Bears too.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
I think
no two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
As a Bears fan out of the Bears,
the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Rodgers and Adams.
So we'll start with that defensive side of the ball where the Bears are so much more stout and much more proven. I want to see what Chuck Pagano brings to the plate. I did not like the loss of Vic Fangio. I hope he does well out there in Denver with another great defense. But I mean, on paper, Chuck Pagano brings a much more aggressive approach, which is great for what we have, as long as guys stay healthy and Khalil Mack does his thing. And creates opportunities for Eddie Goldman and Aaron Lynch to kind of hit the quarterbacks. And then, I love Eddie Jackson in the safety position.
One guy doesn't get him home.
As a Bear fan, I love great defenses, and I'm looking forward to another year of great defense.
On on 2nd and 9.
And I think that,
and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Myself, I
predicted the defense against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
It's really exciting on that side of the ball for the first time.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The gain of 22.
And I think
sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call
that you're looking
they
for?
Said it with a chuckle. They call it over.
Maybe the guy
that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
I mean, I'm going to start with, of course, you guys' excellent Hall of Fame level quarterback. I want to see if this is a make or break it year for him. A lot of people were kind of disappointed in what was actually an NFL great season. I mean, I'll take any quarterback going with 2 interceptions in a year where he's hurt. But as a Bear fan, I want to stop the potential that is Aaron Jones. I think he's very underrated because everybody is busy looking at Rodgers and Adams and which one of the receivers is going to step up as the number 2.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Adams are a very good combination to have. Even if Jimmy Graham hasn't worked out to be the signing that he is, Williams is a great check down back, and Aaron Jones is a beast. I'm a big fantasy football guy, and Aaron Jones is someone I targeted in every draft because if they use him right, he's going to be monster for Green Bay.
I completely agree.
Complete to his running back right side.
The entire Packer fan was clamoring for Aaron Jones to, get snaps last year.
11 yards
He's
there,
dealt with
first
some injuries
down.
as well.
I like the screen being
that's
called
kind of
here
hindered his
early in
ability
the
to get
game,
on the
especially
field.
on the opening
We don't really
drive,
know how
because
LaFleur is going to handle guys.
when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers,
we really
they
don't
are
know how
so
LaFleur's going to handle
amped up
guys
to
yet.
get to the quarterback
But,
that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the right
I'm looking to see how
side
LaFleur
by
handles that kind of stuff.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like your shot. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All the run game stuff that he
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play.
So,
first quarter,
first
drive, first interception.
But
and that last one better.
Who would you rather have in their secondary? Clinton Dix.
Former Gamecock here.
So I'm going to start by saying you guys are so welcome for Adrian Amos.
Second and 6.
Anytime you guys bag a top 10 guy in this position, that is exciting. I love Adrian Amos.
In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up
possibilities. The only silver lining I've seen is where Clinton Dix played college. He played alongside Eddie Jackson. So hopefully they bring back that chemistry. And chemistry is one of those things that's underrated in the NFL. But I would definitely pick Adrian Amos.
Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I think that's it's really funny when you
go back it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8.
11th best defensive player.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath.
We don't need them anymore.
If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
For what Adrian Amos is going to bring to this defense, as a fan watching him play, how would you classify his style of play? I think when we looked at him, we saw him with
this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player, and you're throwing
I think that's a great way to look at it. I do think he was one of those guys who opened up the ability for Fuller and Prince Makamura and Eddie Jackson to play more of a center fielder,
that's a really big play for them, right?
Without worrying about what's behind them. And having that is huge for
this is going to be Packer football.
I'd like to see that.
Lofton on fumbles. You look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey,
like I was saying, you know, it's one of those things where if you have somebody who has that blanket over, it opens up the ability for someone to be more aggressive on the ball, which is great for you guys as young defensive backs. To know that they can now ball hawk a little bit better, create those turnovers, create more opportunities for Aaron Rodgers. Like, it's great to have someone like Adrian Williams to be there to kind of back him up.
6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
I think that was really their goal with him. I think that Jamal Williams and Adrian Amos could really provide a lot of guidance to this young.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
I think he can take a big step forward. And I'm really looking forward to see if Josh Jackson will take a big second year.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Anyway,
trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try to take that away.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears.
I've always wondered why there isn't more turnover in the training staff of the Green Bay Packers. You guys seem to have a lot of repeat injuries.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a
Matt Nagy is super creative, and we've got just a ton of weapons. He's done a very good, him and Ryan Pace have done a great job of kind of balancing out between running and passing. So as much as I miss him, I think he's a great option. The gap where we miss him is made up by, you know, the likes of Taylor Gabriel.
Want to see what Riley for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position. Their own 2-yard line.
As a player, I don't know how important he is.
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case. Well, not a game
I would see more of like the Anthony Miller over the middle, kind of creating those short check down kind of opportunities. Mostly because Taylor Gabriel can beat a lot of guys deep, and Aaron Robinson is going to pull coverage, so it's going to create a lot of opportunities.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option.
I'm looking forward
to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
In the last
game there of 21 yards.
They've actually kind of struggled.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now they'll run it with Cohen, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Linebacker to step up and burst at this point in time.
Now Davis, and an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30.
He also led the league in preseason tackles.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. 71 yards.
The Packers try to negate that, especially with Pat.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
The Packers want to come out with as many defensive backs as possible. So, do you think we're going to see more Montgomery on Thursday or more Tariq Cohen?
Personally, I hope it's more Montgomery. Like, coming out of college, I don't have the stat in front of me, but he's one of the most effective at the contact. And he's in so many plays off the scrimmage that I think David Montgomery is going to run through a few of the year.
toward Chicago.
So I'd love to see a ton of them.
3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this
afternoon.
afternoon.
So, I mean, I think that,
like that drive took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. That's fielded in the end zone.
And I think that
and he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Blake Martinez is really going to be stressed, I think. So,
about set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they're trying to
I have to actually see one for the offense and for the defense. I think under the radar for the defense is kind of situational.
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive silver lining, you know.
I think he's very undervalued and underappreciated in our defensive scheme. Because those taking linebackers make or break you. Like, if they can't come in on the play that you need them to step up on, you're going to get burnt.
Getting a hand in there and knocking it away. Eddie Jackson. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up.
It's great to have multiple running backs.
Who would be your top 3 picks? I know you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Everybody can know and scout that Montgomery's going to be from the bell cow. The guy who's come in and do the running. Three Cohen's kind of the switch road.
With the Giants. You know he's going to run it.
Last year I called him the poor man's David.
When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well.
But this year,
Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's
drive our offense in a different direction. It's 2 linebacker interceptions.
That's ridiculous. And the possession is theirs at their own.
You know, Madden loves to make linebackers really effective.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what read.
That was
loose.
That didn't go.
Yards in the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Positive yards are good yards.
We have a moment. You know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Malott, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously,
no, and not in a negative way. And I don't know how many Bears fans are reaching, but I want them to understand one thing. You don't need him to be 1v2. You don't need him to drive the ball and throw it 40 times. You need a game manager. We built a huge defense and a great running game. So I don't want Trubisky to be out there throwing 35, 40 times a game. Not that I don't believe he can do it. I don't think he needs it. So every time I hear like, Mitchell isn't doing enough, and like, he's doing fine. As long as I hear, I think this year is coming down to clock management and just having the ball forever, and then turning it over to the defense sparingly because they're insanely good. I prefer that rather than watching Mitchell Trubisky trying to create plays with his legs or throw too many times and get intercepted, because
that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard
not
punt. Well
the worst way I've
done. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory.
You know, he's a guy who played 13 games in college, and we traded up to get him. But Mahomes and Deshaun Watson are on the board,
ready to get their next drive underway.
They weren't looking for the most dynamic quarterback on the board
far as they try again with a first down now. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here they come, second and 10 now from the 10.
So you really wonder what they saw in him.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10.
You know, I have him on a couple fantasy teams, so I wouldn't be terribly upset.
I think he's the wide receiver. Even 90 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And I think it's safe to say we won't call any touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
I think that MVS is the guy. He hasn't played a lot in the preseason. Neither has Geronimo, but we'll see how they manage their workloads, because I think that
the offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out.
The most important players actually on defense.
They've got to look at that play sheet
so he's the guy
and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Trying to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Anthony Miller's a big body, solid hands. You know, a couple years ago we had this pretty well-known guy named Brandon Marshall.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
So he's not going to make a lot of highlight reels. He's not going to be the most talked about guy, but I think one of the most underrated and most important part of the team is the guy that a quarterback trusts on third and short. For a long time, Green Bay had Jordy Nelson for that situation. Aaron Rodgers has played a lot of defense. And I kind of see that for Anthony Miller. He might not be the highlight reel, big play guy, but on 3 yards on that last carry, here's second and 7. And do the big body on a uneven matchup and move those chains.
Now Trubisky to throw.
On a regular football field, you need that. You need that to be very effective.
Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
But you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal. It's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Aaron Rodgers has said nothing more than
he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
That's insane. Like, we're talking
returnable here for Davis. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
What Devontae Adams can do, because you know the guy already beats corners one-on-one all the time, and apparently he's been adding tricks to his.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
So I'm excited to see what he can do. I need him to stay healthy as well.
First down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I'm going to lead off that question with a quick, the greatest move that your guys' GM ever did was making the Bears overpay Kyle Fuller. Up until last year, I didn't think he was a great corner, and because he caught a lot of interceptions last year, I had to start to kind of change my tune on him, but no, I don't see him being a great cover guy, and I think that's why we had to lean so heavily on having Eddie Jackson and Adrian Amos. They really kind of made their names because guys were throwing deep against one-on-one coverage with Kyle Fuller. Because Kyle Fuller goes for the ball or flat out whiffs. Like, he gets burnt a lot, and as much as I would love to tout every Bear being perfect, Kyle Fuller's not perfect. And I think he can be exploited on a great wide receiver like Devontae Adams because he runs great routes and he knows how to get open. And at the end of the day, there's nobody who throws a perfect, pretty, accurate pass quite like Aaron Rodgers, and it's frustrating to know that he plays in my division because I would just love to sit here and tell how great he is, but he's one of our greatest rivals, and it hurts. It hurts to watch him get hurt in one half and then come out and stomp your great defense in the other half. And knowing that one of our weak points would be the, there he is.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Yeah, that's going to be something we see.
Touchdown there.
Aaron Rodgers is super accurate, and I think this is a great guy to be going to. I love Davante Adams. I think the slow, great development and just the faith in him over the time that he's been developing in Green Bay has really paid off.
Right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
All the pain that was week 1 last year. But if you wouldn't mind maybe talking about
at the line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. Analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So I've had a nice year to kind of reflect and look at that one game, and it's exciting because we don't, as a Bear fandom, we don't get to kind of smack a lot because usually the Packers are just beating us up on the field and we have to hide and shame. But that first half looked so good. And then honestly, what I think happened is we had a young quarterback and a brand new head coach. And they had practiced about maybe 25 plays, and it was exposed that once we got to the end of Nagy's playbook that was practiced, we couldn't move the ball. And I got more and more frustrated as we kept going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Because injured or not, you can't keep giving Aaron Rodgers the ball. You can't give him more opportunities to score. And so I got madder and madder knowing that we were basically just giving that ball back to Aaron Rodgers, giving him more time to beat us. And by the end, I was just so mad because I'm watching Khalil Mack gasp for air on the sideline because, honestly, he played too much. You can't leave your defense out there for as long as we did.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
I think it's one of the greatest games I've ever seen.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
They've been very spoiled.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2.
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
Relatively new to being a Bears fan, but your toughest loss that you've had.
I will always remember watching the Packers line up in the playoffs and Randall Cobb going through the safety man Chris Murphy, who couldn't cover a floating door, and giving up that play was just so bad. Because it was a great game overall, and honestly, without that play, there's no reason to win. We had beaten the Packers up and down the field. They didn't look like they had an answer to us. And then that play happened, and I'm like, this is why. This is why you cannot give Rodgers any
time. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, really the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've been pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. Let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, acclimation. Went to Arizona, everyone excited about it, and I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play.
I mean, there's one thing to use a safety on a corner to contain Devontae, but if you leave that open, it's whether it be Allison or MBS,
but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It sounds like
and on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
His season kind of derailed from that point. And he wasn't really ever himself again. And they kind of just shut him down. And so he's got a lot of
run. It's Davis
this year because he's on a 1-year deal.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Out of the field at all times. But this receiving core is one that was highly respected throughout the preseason. He was making tons of
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Don't know how the floor is going to
that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
We've seen, I think, some of his tricks that he has to do.
They go play action. Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Probably a little bit disappointing for Packers fans, and I'm just kind of hoping they can keep up, honestly, with theirs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
1 and 2 in our division comes down to his health. I think both of us are kind of trotting out like a first team of just greatness.
So
we both have
pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Very competitive teams, but I think for the Bears, one big injury to our O-line, and we're going to take a huge step backwards. I also, for Matt LaFleur, like, I haven't voted for probably the best new rookie coach, because look at what he did with Tennessee. Like, if he can make that offense click with Marcus Mariota and Blaine Gabbert and no one to throw to, I think stepping up to Hall of Fame level Aaron Rodgers versus receiving core would do wonders, especially because you look at some of his past stops where he was with Matt Ryan and made him an MVP candidate, and then kind of took Jared Goff from everybody calling him a bust to being like, hey, this guy looks like he can run an NFL offense. It looks pretty solid, and knowing that he's going into a position of a team that's actually ready to compete is pretty exciting, because you know, I grew up in a big Packer household, so I always keep an eye on what's going on. I always have a little bit of soft spot. I will never really openly be negative about Green Bay. So I have a lot of high hopes for what Matt LaFleur does. I mean, everybody's looking for that next Sean McVay, so taking a guy from his staff is probably the right way to go.
They want to stop that drive, just run able to do so.
Because I think
about set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look good.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking deep for Adams. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
On the field, it looks like there was no plan. And it got really frustrating after a while. And I don't foresee that right now.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Everything's brand new with the floor right now, so it's easy to say, oh, it's going to be better. But I get a genuine feeling of understanding.
Looking for McGowan. And Adams has it complete. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or whether they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he is tackled inside the 40 to the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
So I wanted to ask you, with the replacing of Bryce Callahan, the fucking team,
and they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And the replacing
he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones,
what are your expectations?
36 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I still have us in the top 5 for defense. I do think we've covered a lot of those tracks that we lost. I do hope that the chemistry for Hawkins, Dix, and Eddie Jackson does kind of make up for that little bit of talent gap between Clinton Dix and Adrian Amos. I also think that we kind of lucked out to the point where, outside of the Green Bay Packers, part of our division is a little bit overhyped. So we have 2 games against these 2 teams that I don't think really have an answer to us, like Green Bay does. So against you guys, specifically, I think it's going to be tough. I think you guys are going to give us a big run for our money on your offense versus their defense, but Khalil Mack makes a lot of opportunities for a lot of good passes. And that's really what I think is going to keep us very competitive. So Khalil Mack's going to demand double team, triple team, which is going to make a lot of room for the Aaron Lynches, the Akeem Hicks, the Eddie Goldmans of the world, and with Pagano's aggressive play calls, I think that's going to make us very tough to deal with, because not everybody can do the very quick step drops and throw accurate balls. And it's going to open up a lot of opportunities for the Roquan Smith, the Kyle Fuller, and the Prince Mackmillan to kind of pick off some hurried passes. So top 5, yes, top 3, maybe. It depends on how some of the other defenses shake out.
After the catch, when they're running with the ball, they think they're going to win those too.
This is me just kind of
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton.
I do
he's
think
got
the
this
Bears
to the
got
30 before being taken down. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a row each time you snap the ball.
Make sure that
everything's throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Practice time, the training stuff, all that kind of stuff that goes into making sure that players stay healthy. And LaFleur has already kind of done some fundamental.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space.
I do think you're right. You did get really lucky with those injuries. We did miss a couple of our defensive starters for a couple games.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
But at the end of the season, when they lost Eddie Jackson to an ankle injury, there was a little bit of exposure deep. But, you know, like,
so they'll come
as
up
long
first
as you
and 10 now from
coach
the
them well,
33.
we do have a good secondary roster to our starters, where you're going to feel the loss of the presence, but a lot of the people who play won't be able to step up and beat us.
All the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? They used to compete on the backs whenever a captain caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are
so only game 1. I'm only going to give you guys game 1. I do think Green Bay has a lot to prove, especially with the new coach. I think Aaron Rodgers has a lot of things to kind of shake off from this offseason. A lot of overhyped things, by the way. Great pick six by great Eddie Jackson right there. But all those reports out of Packer camp, I think are very overblown. You're going to butt heads with your new coach for sure. I've seen many games where Tom Brady yells at Josh McDaniels on the sideline. I think that's all overhyped. So I think Green Bay has to come out and prove like that's a non-starter. And through that, Aaron Rodgers is going to prove that he's still Aaron Rodgers. And I think it's going to be a 24-17 finish, and it's going to be unfortunate, but I think we're going to drop the first game of the season.
Would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
A couple days ago. I said it's going to be a close game, back and forth. I think it's going to be a
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Hopefully they can stay healthy because injuries have derailed them in the past. I do actually like the offensive line depth this year.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm just hoping they can stay healthy because I think the team is
now a draw play. This is Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I don't think it's that
now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
If you guys are going to
I think anytime you get number 12 under center, you can think I thought that was I thought number 4 for the same thing. Like anytime you guys have somebody just as great as Aaron Rodgers, anytime I hear Super Bowl, I'm like, you know what, they can do it. Only because of what he brings to the table. And it is nice to see them kind of couple it with a great defense and get somebody whose playbook isn't so antiquated that even couch potatoes like me could call it. How many times do Packer fans have to watch a 3rd and long be a bubble screen or a halfback screen and watch your quarterback get angry at Mike McCarthy and you're like, please stop calling this play. And I think it's one of those good things. Actually, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, and I thought at the end there, I think Aaron Rodgers trying to be a little bit inaccurate on purpose to kind of show that like he can lead the team like McCarthy's better. So I think it's nice to kind of get it back in check, get that guy back under center. They're a place where he's a lot happier. So I think winning this division and going to the Super Bowl isn't the craziest thing to think. There we go.
Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's like,
crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Agreed, that's
what did I say at the beginning of this recording? I said if the Packers are going to be good, it's Kevin King.
And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Come full circle.
So,
about set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just in general, if Rodgers goes down, this team...
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
Exciting thing for me.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
With Mariota and
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
No.
Williams.
Continue. Yeah, you're good.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Oh, you're good. I was just going to say,
that's what you want. Straight ahead,
and you have a better offensive core around any quarterback you put in. And I think for a first-year guy, this is a great situation. I mean, every once in a while, there's a hire for a coach where it's not a team that's terrible off. Like, how many times do you watch somebody, like, get hired to the Browns and they're 2-14, and you're like, well, that guy's not going to last, but they're too terrible. Instead, Matt LaFleur gets to walk in and get Aaron Rodgers, who has a great core of receivers, two solid running backs, and a pretty solid offensive line. I mean, if there was any head coaching job that you should have gone for, I think this was it.
Quick throw out to the perimeter. Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
I think LaFleur is a 15th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
As we talked about earlier, it just seems like he knows what he's doing. It seems like he's got a plan. He's energetic. He seems to be having fun out there. And I can tell you,
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here.
Matt Nagy needs to stay creative. He has to be able to kind of recapture the magic that he had last year. I think a lot of first-year head coaches get the benefit of not having tape on their specific style. And I think if he can come out and kind of recreate his very interesting offense, I think it comes down to, like, we know the defense is good, but you have to have a complementary offense. Like I pointed out for the first game last year, we couldn't convert a third down, and that led to our demise. And I think that's going to be big this year, is just, if we're going to be ball control, we have to control the ball long enough to give those guys a break. And I think Matt Nagy has to stay creative and stay ahead of the curve.
Log on to EASports.com.
I think the same has to be said for LaFleur.
The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
First-year head coach, but Nagy was pretty good in his first year, so I think that we can have similar successes. I just get that feeling from LaFleur. So, Matt, I want to say thank you. This was a blast, and I actually can't wait to do this again later on in the season. So
absolutely, I had a great time. I appreciate being kind of brought in for this. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun, and I think the score reflects exactly what we talked about again. It's going to be a close game, one score. So I think that one play can change this game on Thursday. So,
for sure.
Hopefully this is the actual outcome on Thursday. But
I could disagree with that.
Until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, I do have an opponent lined up for the Vikings, so make sure to tune in for that. Again, thank you, Matt, and thank you everybody else for tuning in, and see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.